McKenna Reitz is one of our top coaches of the BCSN era, and you don't get to be one of the top coaches without being a great leader, and that's part of the reason we have you in here today. Yeah. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, so you just started something new that you're excited to talk about. It's called the Challenge Leadership Academy. What is that, and who is it for?
It is about elevating athletic coaches. So I want to pour back into the coaching community, regardless of what sport, what level you coach at, how long you've been coaching. My ultimate goal is, I have retired from coaching varsity volleyball, and I'm a person who always loves to give back and to continue to have an impact. And so Challenge Leadership Academy is for any coach who is looking to grow and continue to have a great impact on their student athletes.
Any coach, any sport is something you emphasized. And I used to have a coach who said, you don't know what you don't know.
Exactly.
Is that part of the inspiration for this?
100%. I grew up going to Northview, having Jerry Sigler as one of the coaches. He was my first grade gym teacher, and watching different coaches, my coaches that I had. It is understanding that regardless of how long you've been coaching, regardless if you're a novice or you've been coaching for 30 years, we have to continually learn from one another, to learn the ins and outs, how to be flexible, how to adapt to our student athletes of today.
A few of the things that you hit on are self-awareness, consistency, passion, and that's part of what's important to you. What have you learned along the way in your coaching journey that maybe you wished you knew when you were just starting out?
Yeah, when I was just starting out, you are just flying by the seat of your pants. You don't know what you're doing, what memberships you need, who you need to align, how to run tryouts. And what I've learned is that it's all about showing up. As we grow, as we age, as we're coaching longer, we sometimes lose sight, or our values are changing, which creates inconsistencies, and our students see it, our athletes see it, our coaching staff, our parents see it. So the goal is team unity throughout the entire program.
So to have that vision for your program, it would take a philosophy. Did you nail down yours at some point, and how do you help other people figure out what theirs is?
When you go into a coaching interview, the biggest question they ask is, what is your coaching philosophy? And you're gonna fumble over your words because we don't sit down and just write down our philosophy until we kind of get into the nitty-gritty. But the goal is to understand what is your ultimate goal. What is the impact that you want to have? Are you there for wins and losses? Are you there to build up character? Are you there for the education? And so it's really important that we self-reflect continuously throughout our coaching career, because the coach I was in year 1 to coach year 19, completely different coach. And so we have to understand our values, our strengths, our weaknesses, and continuously reflect.
There's the coaching community around here, and you want to establish a Challenge Leadership Academy community. On a nuts and bolts level, where does that exist and how will that grow?
It is an online community that is going to allow any coach, regardless if you're in Northwest Ohio to California. The goal is to bring us together onto one platform to be able to ask the questions. Hey, I have tryouts on Monday. How do I tell them if they made the team or not? It is the specifics, being able to share resources, to be able to share ideas and suggestions, and hey, I'm having issues here. How can we help one another? That's what coaching's all about. Regardless if you are my enemy, Northview versus Southview, Springfield versus Anthony Wayne, that's the goal. And if you're not willing to help, then that's something you need to self-reflect about.
If you want more information on this or to sign up, where can you do that?
ChallengeLeadershipAcademy.com. Learn as much. You can also email me, McKenna at McKennaReitz.com, for more information. If you don't think you need it, then you need it more than you actually need it.
I think a lot of athletes around here happy to have you in their corner, and maybe some coaches fairly soon. McKenna, thank you so much for joining us today on Sports Nightly.
Thank you always.